So one of the things that a lot of new players ask me about is statistics, because statistics in this game aren't exactly the same as they were in the old game. So if you come here to the bottom and you click stats, it's going to bring you to this pop-up which has all your information. This is where your points are and how they relate to your damage, your hit rate, your evade, your armor, your crit, and so on. So I'm going to explain what this is. So basically, every time that you level, for the first 40 levels, you are going to get 2 points. Beyond 40 levels, you're only going to get 1 point. Every single point you put into one of these has a certain amount that it does. So 1 point in power is equal to 4 damage and 1 weight. Damage is over here, so this is how much damage you're doing to monsters. So 1 point equals 4 of these. And weight is how much you're able to carry on your person within your inventory. Accuracy is for every point, just 1 point, you get 4 hit rates and 1 evade. So hit rate is how likely you are to hit a monster and not get a miss. Evade is how likely they are to hit you or get a miss. Dexterity, again, for each point, you're going to get 4 evade and 1 hit rate. We just explained what those are. For defense, every point is going to give you 3 armor, which is how much protection you have against their damage. Vitality is for every 1 point you add to it, you get 10 health points and you get 2 weight. For aura, you get, for each point, you get 10 mana points and 1 weight. So again, your health points are up here, that's how much health you have, and your mana, that's how much magic you're able to use. So when it comes to over here and how this stuff relates to your statistics, so your power is going to increase your damage, your hit rate is going to go up from accuracy, so the more likely you are to hit something. Your evade is going to go up from dexterity, and your arm is going to go up from defense. So the way it works is, let's just use a random NPC. I guess a goat is a good one because you guys are going to be killing smaller NPCs. There's a goat next to me. This is the NPC page. You can see all of its statistics. So its damage is 6 to 12. So if you're attacking a goat, you want your armor to be at least equal to its max damage. So if you're killing a goat, you want your armor to be at least 12. The goat's armor is 2, which means that you want to be doing at least 2 damage. Anything above that, the better. Its hit rate, how likely it is to hit you, is 22. So you want your evade to be around 22. And its evade, how likely it is for you to miss hitting it, is 18. So you want your hit rate to be about 18. So I'm going to put this in a way that's easy. The NPC's damage, oops, that's not how you spell damage. There we go. You want to be equal to your armor. Anything above what their damage is, you're going to still get hit about 9 points. It doesn't matter. So if an NPC's damage is, let's say, 150 and your armor is 170, it doesn't matter. Anything above 150, you're still going to get hit about, that's about like 7 to 9 damage. So anything above isn't really worth putting into armor. You kind of want to match it to what their max damage is. When it comes to their armor, if their armor is 150, you want your damage to be above that. Obviously, the more damage you're doing, the faster you're killing the monsters, so this is better. When it comes to hit rate, you want to evade as much as possible, but really armor is more effective at the moment, the way that the game plays. It does depend on which arena you're in, because there are some NPCs that hit very quickly, in which case you're going to want to be able to evade their hits in order to escape damage. Right now I wouldn't worry about it as much as I would armor. Now, their evade. This is where your accuracy comes in, because you want to be able to hit these monsters. You don't want to be hitting and hitting and hitting and just getting misses, right? So you want your hit rate to be well above what their evade is. Crit points come from your gear. You're going to notice that for my saw blade, for example, I have 6 crit. For my sombrero, there's 3 crit. It all adds up. This is how likely you are to get a crit hit in, which of course is like, I think at least 25% plus in damage. So the more crit hits, the better. As a lower level, you're not going to be worrying too much about crit. It's once you hit about a level 100 that you're going to find crit is more useful. For the lower levels, the 3 things you're going to want to focus on is your damage, your hit rate, and your armor. So making sure that you're attacking monsters and you're matching your armor to their max damage, that's probably the number 1 thing. Number 2 is that you're hitting them and not just missing, missing, missing. So make sure that your hit rate is above their evade. And lastly, damage. Of course, you want to put all of the extra points that you're not using for those things into your damage so that you're doing as much damage as possible. So hopefully that helps explain it a little bit. I will be going into more detail on gear in my next videos, but I just want you to understand the very basics of how these work and how you can use them to your advantage.